afternoon. Good afternoon. As you catch me, come in, say hi. It is really bad thunder here today. So if the noise is not my tummy for once, it's the thunder. It's freezing cold. It's raining. It sounds like my doors are open, but they're not. But it's really bad weather. So wherever you are, come in and say hello, and let's talk about being motivated, getting motivated. Isn't this one of the biggest pains that you feel that you're like, I'm just not motivated enough, or I can't get myself motivated enough? This is one of the biggest things that I hear, especially, hello, co-founder, especially from entrepreneurs, because we beat ourselves up. Three times today, I've read in our Entrepreneurcity Campus community group, people referencing themselves being lazy. We can be really hard on ourselves. One of the things that people like attribute to like being lazy is lacking motivation. But once you explain what I'm going to explain to you today, then you're going to get this. Please be honest with me now in the comments, in the chat, wherever you're listening in from. Be honest with me and tell me, do you struggle with motivation? If you struggle with motivation, just type struggle. I promise you by the end of this live, though, you're going to realize you do not struggle with motivation. You just need to know this. Yeah, Carl, it was you, actually. I think one of the people who mentioned it. You're not the only one. Even Michelle and I were talking day before yesterday about our hang-ups about laziness. And this is something that can be embedded like from when you're younger. And I laugh and I joke with my mum, because my mum's like, oh, have I messed you up? And I'm like, no, not at all. But when we were younger, we had chores to do. One of that was doing the brass. Like, I know I'm only 40, I'm 41 now, but we actually used to have brass that we had to clean like on a Sunday, and we had chores. And my brother loved to hoover and clean, and so did my sister. Whether they loved it or not, I don't know. They did it though, and I just didn't. And my mum used to say, "You're lazy." And I used to come home from school, and I would do a bit of my homework. Home and Away would be on at 25 to 6. Neighbours had come on, I think, 5 past. I'd be in bed for Neighbours. I'd be in bed. I loved my sleep. Nothing wrong with that. It's really healthy to sleep enough. But for some reason, we get these like relationships with certain behaviors, and we can beat ourselves up about stuff. Like I told myself for years that I was lazy, or if I'm not doing loads and loads, I was lazy. Or to be successful in business, I had to be working like a crazy cow, and I just didn't. You just don't. You think you do because of all this negative connotation and attachments and feelings and emotions that go alongside it, but that's not how it is. Okay, some people struggle. There's a lot of people who are struggling. Okay, I see it. Thank you for being so honest, and I really appreciate you getting involved. Let's talk about motivation versus discipline, because it is actually very, very different. If you rely on motivation to get things done, you're probably not going to get that much done. You're probably not going to be that productive. You need to focus on discipline. Let me share the difference between them. Motivation is a great feeling. Anyone like been motivated and you feel it and you're like flipping out, like, oh my God, I'm so fired up. You hear people say, I'm on it. And that's because to be motivated, to feel motivated, to have motivation is a great feeling. And when you're motivated, you can do anything. Things are really easy to do. They don't feel like chores. You're just like, I'm so motivated. You won't go to sleep. You'll just do your business until you're like, okay, I should go to sleep now because I want to be up early to do it again. When you're motivated, you can feel you can do anything and everything seems easier. And that's what motivation is. Motivation is a feeling. And if you're relying on that feeling to get you where you want to be in life, you'll only do the things that you feel that feeling for. And good luck with being consistent with something you've got to do every single day or several times a week and feel good whilst you're doing it. The reality is that you are going to have to rely on discipline. Let me just give you a little example, because everything that we do in life, we attach feelings to, or we can attach discipline to, right? So things like brushing your teeth. I use this example a lot because it's something we do if you don't, I don't want to be your friend, but like every single day, twice a day, without fail, if you're a normal human being. And we do this, we don't do this because we're motivated. We don't like, morning, am I motivated to brush my teeth today? Shall I brush my teeth today? You brush your teeth because you're disciplined. You just know the value of brushing your teeth. Like you should brush your teeth, so you do brush your teeth. You don't have to be motivated, pumped up, fired up, feel inspired or whatever to do what we need to do. If you're relying on like, watching a YouTube video to get your inspiration to go and do something that day that you feel that you probably should be doing anyway, that, relying on having to do that and having to feel inspired by what you listen to and then doing the work, like that's difficult. With brushing your teeth, we haven't locked that into any emotion. We haven't locked that into any feeling. You do it whether you want to or not. With discipline, we understand and we appreciate and we, I guess, acknowledge as well that there are going to be days where we just don't bloody feel like it, but we're going to do it anyway. And this is because motivation is doing things when you feel like doing it, and discipline is doing things regardless of how you feel. Jay Alderton says this. I watch all of his stuff. He's amazing. And this hit home recently when I heard it again and thought, like, I really want to share this with you guys. Motivation is doing things you feel like doing, but like when you feel like doing it, and discipline is doing things regardless of how you feel. Light bulb. If it's a light bulb for you, give me a light bulb emoji. I do love a light bulb emoji. So with discipline, we understand, we acknowledge, we appreciate that there are going to be days when we can't be bothered. We just can't be bothered, but we'll do it anyway. And it's because motivation is doing things when you don't feel like it, and discipline is doing things regardless of how you feel. When you feel motivated, Jay says, like, you get the feeling before you do it. So you're motivated to do it. When you're disciplined, you get the feeling once the task is completed. And that's two different things. And I would much rather run on the discipline because you're going to get the results. So you can enjoy the times when you feel motivated to do the disciplined tasks, because these are the things that are going to really change our lives. These are things that, it's kind of swinging that pendulum, isn't it, between motivation to discipline. And then you watch the great things happen when you understand that you don't have to be motivated to do something. So like, just not motivated. I'm just, I'll start next week. I'll just do it next week. It's just not the same. Whereas if you start being disciplined, you'll do the things you need to do in order to get the results that you really desire to get. So if you're not feeling motivated, don't worry. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Discipline is a skill set and a mindset that I would much rather over motivation any day of the week, because motivation will go up and down just like your feelings go up and down, whereas discipline just stays the same. You do it every day regardless. You get the feeling after. Much better. Been disciplined. And last week and a half, you got 2 clients, Cara. That's insane. That's amazing results. Some people have to be you will have to be disciplined for months and months to get any kind of results, actually. If you're like wanting to lose a couple of pounds, you've got to be disciplined to eat less or stay within a certain calorie thing, move more for a sustained period of time before you see any movement, any results. So motivation versus discipline, you definitely want to err on the side of discipline. You want to build great disciplines, good habits into your life so that you don't have to rely on the motivation. You don't have to rely on a feeling. You are just disciplined. So I'm getting ready to leave my house now. I'm going to be interviewed for a podcast, actually, which I'm really excited about. It's all around mental health. So I'm on my way to the Midlands for that. And then I stay overnight. And tomorrow we've got our extracurricular with Entrepreneurs Tea students. We're all meeting up at the Christmas markets. And I cannot wait to see you all. I'm really looking forward to the food, not going to lie. I can't wait. I love the food. It's going to be, I think, peeing down all day. I'm just not going to let it ruin my vibe. I've been waiting for this for so long. So I will be there. I'll be there tomorrow. Look for our Instagram. If you don't follow Entrepreneursity on Instagram, make sure you do, because we'll be doing some little behind the scenes at our extracurricular. You guys can have a look. And I'm excited to see you all. Right, take care. Off I go on my travels. I will catch you soon. Bye, guys.